Tonight's game is presented to you in parts by the Frankfurt Eagles, Post 976. They are people helping people. By Day and Ginda Funeral Home, proud supporters of high school athletics in Clinton and Carroll County. By the healthy communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice.
By FiberHawk, fast, affordable FiberHawk.
By the Farmers Bank, where you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. By the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. And by Tornado Roofing, specializing in residential and commercial roofing and repair. We welcome you back here to Case Arena. Game number 2 of the Clinton County Volleyball Alumni Tournament set to get underway. It's the Rossville Hornets and the Clinton Prairie Gophers. And joined by Laura Archibald, I'm Sean Walker. Laura, these two teams, we get to see them quite a few times throughout the regular seasons go up against each other. Now we get to see the alumni teams do the same here on the floor.
Yeah, and I think this will be a very competitive game. I think these two teams should be pretty evenly matched. So, and we see Coach Martin diving across there for a photo bomb.
Hopefully that shows up great in the background and we can get our hands on that picture because we will use it.
Can. The laugh tells me it was a good picture. So
now the Gopher girls will get their picture taken. A little bummed out, as we said, Allison Conklin would be the elder statesman. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like she was able to come today and play. So now Melissa Nance Chambers earns that honor.
She does, and I had the joy of coaching Melissa. She was probably one of my favorite players to ever coach. Super coachable. Like when you just think about a player who will listen and try what you ask without complaint, that's Melissa. Obviously just an amazing athlete and very talented, but she was a joy to coach because she would listen to what you said and try. I did some very crazy things with Melissa to get her to get both arms up in the air, and just, she was so athletic but just a little rough. And so over a span of 4 years, we got that perfected. She did a great job and went on to play collegiate volleyball.
And was a heck of a softball player as well. I believe she was part of 2 state championships there in the early 2000s for Hall of Fame coach Randy Cooper.
Yeah, she was a fantastic softball. I mean, she was actually good at basketball too. She was just fantastic athlete, great height. I mean, everything every coach wants. And like I said, very coachable. So you have somebody with that athletic ability and they're coachable. It's just a winning combination. We'll
go through our rosters here quickly. For the Clinton Prairie Gophers, they'll be represented today by Hannah Mulberg Castillo. Her sister, Tabitha Mulberg Lane, also playing. We talked about Melissa Chambers. Allison Conklin not here today. Allie Dieter Feltner, didn't see her warming up yet either. Kylie Mash, a 2021 grad. Jade Mulvaney, who graduated in 2015. Hannah Scott and Bella White. And then, of course, we've got to go with head coach Kathy Martin. It looks like she may play today, even though she's not on the active roster for the day. She may have excluded herself, and she may just stay on the sidelines. But it looks like she's thinking about taking the floor.
I think she's going to play because they need a setter.
All right.
And we're not going to call her out too much, but I'll just say she did play with Melissa Nance, so she's one of the state, elder statesmen there for the Clinton Prairie Gophers.
On the other side for the Hornets, it'll be Ashley Anderson, Addie Cooper, Jenny Erdman and Michelle Erdman Henley, Casey McGill, Carrie Taylor and Katie Taylor, and Taryn Wayne Scott. Taryn, her mom was quite the volleyball player back in the day. She played at Purdue collegiately.
She did. Clinton Prairie grad that went to Purdue. Excellent volleyball player, super athletic, could jump out of the gym. Kind of reminds me of Kylie Mash, who can jump out of the gym. Just one of those people who just genetically are great jumpers.
Coach Martin, obviously a little bit of a crossover here because she was a head coach at Rossville for quite some time before coming back to her alma mater to lead the volleyball program at Clinton Prairie, where she's the current head coach.
And she coached at least 5 of the players that are all on the Rossville side right now. So this will be fun for her.
The best part is she's smiling and she's picking them out. Like, okay, now I'm coming to you.
Look at her. Like,
yep.
You ready?
All right,
here you go.
And 3 straight points to start the affair here for Coach Kathy Martin.
And she gets one over on Casey McGill. Casey probably won't let that happen again. Or they shouldn't let it happen again, right?
This one should be headed towards Cooper. And it is. Mulvaney hits the deck for the Gophers. Yeah, I'll tell you, the pace that the games or the years go by, great point here for both teams, is just remarkable because looking and seeing that Jade Mulvaney was a 2015 grad does not feel right in my mind. I called basically her whole career at Clinton Prairie. Doesn't feel like it was 10 years ago. That one not touched. A little long of the court, and Rossville's on the board.
Nice rally, though, for both teams.
That's going to send Ashley Anderson back to the service line. Swing from Bella White, one of the most recent graduates.
She may be our most recent
graduate, 2025. Just a few months back.
Yep, I think she is. She's our most recent grad, Bella White, from the Colfax area.
Sneaking in one more competitive event before she heads off to college. She's going to Marion Ancilla College, where she'll study nursing and play a little volleyball.
Yep. She will do well there. Great kid. Players calling the net on themselves. No need for a umpire there. They got it.
Little dink over
nice
the top.
Dig.
Castillo could not get that one out of the net. 5-2 now your score. This will send one of the Taylor sisters back. They're twins. No numbers to separate them, and by golly, I'm too far from the floor to be able to tell you which one's which anyway.
Yeah, we're not going to guess. It was hard. It was hard to tell when they had numbers on because they are identical and they moved the same. They played the same position, just opposite of each other. I remember calling them back in the day. It wasn't easy, so it certainly isn't without numbers.
Martin goes to Mulvaney on the set. A little strong there. Jade now working as a leasing agent. Remember last year when she took part in this event, I believe she was the elementary volleyball coach there in Frankfurt at one of the elementary schools.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Not sure if she's still doing that or not.
I don't know either. Here. I haven't heard that. Rossville's got it tied up 5-5.
For the Taylor sisters, they're going into their senior years at Purdue. One of them studying agricultural economics and planning to go to law school following.
Hard to imagine, once again, that those girls are going into their senior year. Seemed like they played 2 years ago.
Right. And Castillo punches that one across. That one hit into the net by Wayne Scott. That'll tie things back up at 6. It looked like the Gophers were going to run away with it early.
I figured this would be pretty competitive. As we pointed out early, Rossville has a lot of motivation to try to beat Prairie because most of their ex-coach is on the other side.
7-6, Gophers back in front by 1.
Nice serve.
Castillo's got a little zip on that when she sends it across.
She always was a good server. Super competitive person.
Hannah spent some time as an assistant coach at Clinton Prairie as well during some high school seasons.
Yeah, Hannah's super competitive.
Little jump set, White. Taken care of by Rossville. Wayne Scott sends it back across. They go middle with Nance, and one of the Taylors there with the block. All tied up at 7. Good little turnout here today for this alumni game. Most of the fans sitting underneath our camera view, so it's Obviously tough to see them, but we have a pretty good turnout sitting behind the team's benches today.
We do. I think people enjoy this. They like coming out and watching the alumni play.
Well, I've heard that Frankfort High School has some of the best popcorn from a concession stand in the area, and so that might bring people out. Any opportunity to come eat some popcorn.
Yeah. Smells good even from here.
And it must have been important earlier because I think one of the popcorn machines went down. We saw a team of girls, and I mean about 8 of them,
literally
carrying
yes.
a popcorn machine from one concession stand around to get it to the entrance where the fans were coming in today.
Can't have a volleyball game without some popcorn.
Diving effort from Mash, can't keep it alive. Try to sneak a little pancake save in there. That was Tabitha Lane that time. 2005 grad.
And she looks exactly the same. She look out there looks exactly the same as she did back in high school.
Well, I know other people that work out at the CrossFit area, and I always see her in pictures. So I know that she trains very hard to stay in good shape.
She truly looks exactly like she did in high school. Nice hit.
There's a kill for the Gophers. That's Tabitha, registered nurse, 3 beautiful daughters. You see a lot of that, a lot of nurses in our alumni games today.
It's a good career to go into. I think for women especially, it's one of those careers that they have odd hours and schedules that can work well with when you're raising kids. So
sure.
I think it's one of those schedules that works well for working moms.
That one long, not touched. Point goes to the Hornets. Nance arguing the call. Not really, just having a little fun. Actually, they did say it was touched. There we go.
There you go. I guess that arguing worked, didn't it?
They get the call overturned. They give the point to the Gophers. And they give it right back. Mulvaney served a little too long. Now one of the Erdman sisters is going to come in. Now, they are not twins, but once again,
they still look alike.
Look a lot alike and tough to tell apart without a number differentiator. Back to a 1-point affair.
It's fun to watch Kathy Martin. She can't stop coaching even when this is fun and she's a player.
Tied up after that last point. So a very competitive game 1. Nance there to cause some havoc at the net for the Gophers. Now Nance heads to the service line. Good to see the Frankfort hot dog mascot out today. I know in years past we saw the Gopher mascot show up as well.
Nice defense.
And that one's in.
Nice hit by Kylie. Great defense.
2-point lead for the Gophers. Nance on the serve. That was low trajectory just over the top of the net.
Great serve. Melissa is a teacher out at Clinton Prairie. Came back last year, was her first year at Clinton Prairie teaching, and teaching again there this year. She has 2 little girls, Emma Grace and Juliana. They're gym rat little kids, just like my kids were. They were in the gym all the time. I remember when I was coaching Melissa, my son, we would put him in the ball cart to keep him contained. Just wheel him around like it was a playpen on wheels.
There's the mascot. We got a good look at him there.
Oh, nice serve by Addie Cooper.
I was going to ask, and I know I've asked you this before in previous years, but for our viewers at home, from a defensive side, what is the hardest serve to return? Is it top spin? Is it a knuckler? Does it matter?
A floater, really. Honestly, people don't think that, but like a little floater serve, because it's hard to track. It's moving around on you. I mean, a top spin, as long as you get underneath the ball, you know where it's going. But a floater, you've got to stay loose, and you've got to be able to adjust to the ball at the literally last second. A little jump floater is probably the most effective serve there is. You'll get a few players that have a really effective top spin jump serve, but not a lot, especially in high school girls.
The set, they go to mash, punches it across. The Hornets are there. Anderson. Wayne Scott just kind of spins and plays that one over the net, and it works out well for the Hornets.
I think Clinton Prairie forgot who was setting there because they've had Kathy setting until just this rotation.
Coach Martin getting a well-deserved break.
Maybe
I hope you've got the
maybe a much-needed break.
I hope you've got the iced tub ready to go tomorrow for her.
I will. I'm going to hear about this all day, I promise you.
All right, nice play by Taylor. That pass a little long made the Gophers pay. We're all tied up at 15. Ashley Anderson on the serve, so we've come full circle there. Graduated in 2005, went into athletic training and finished nursing school. Kylie Mash on the serve. She will be graduating from Purdue in December. Good for Kylie. Doesn't seem like it was that long ago that we were calling her matches as well.
Exactly.
She was one of the highlight plays that found its way from the ISC Sports Network to Sports Center's top 10. Trying to remember. I was racking my brain and trying to remember where she was at, number 1 or number 3.
I don't remember, but I remember her being on there. That's a fun thing. That's a neat honor for a kid.
Had the kick save, was able to use her foot, just stick it out. Goes across the net, lands basically in an open spot on the floor and earns a point.
Nice hit by Hannah.
Hannah drives that one home. We were all tied up at 15. It's 3 straight now for the Gophers. That one drops in.
There was that little floater serve we were just talking about. You saw both players looking at each other. It's like, where's that going? And that's exactly why it's so effective. It's moving until that last minute when it drops.
Goes back corner, nobody home, drops that one in. Good to see Kylie Mash hasn't lost a step since her live action playing days at Clinton Prairie.
Timeout by Rossville. Trying to figure out that pass serve reception.
A little timeout in an alumni game. That allows us the opportunity to thank our sponsors. How about Day and Ginda Funeral Homes? With locations in Frankfort, Flora, Mulberry, and Rossville, the compassionate and experienced staff at Day and Ginda Funeral Home are dedicated to providing a loving and genuine environment for you to honor your loved one. For more information on their services and offerings, please visit dayandginda.com. Day and Ginda Funeral Homes, where we put family first. I want to thank all of our sponsors here on the ISC Sports Network that make our full school year seasons possible here. I think we are taking on more games this fall and winter than we have locally anyway in the Clinton, Carroll, Tippecanoe County area than we have in quite some time. Estimating between 75 and 90 events between about a week and a half from now and mid-March.
That's great. So in fall you do volleyball and basketball, or football, and in the winter you do basketball. Do you do any other sports in the winter?
In the past we have. Here at Frankfort, because we have the Hot Dog TV group and the kids, the students that are working with us and running your cameras and your graphics and things behind the scene, even on today's broadcast, we will do both boys and girls soccer here at Frankfort. We've also done wrestling. We've done swimming and other various sports.
I love that.
But yes, the primary focus will be volleyball, football, and both boys and girls basketball.
Nice for the other sports to get some games in there.
For sure.
And get a little recognition. I love that. I'm learning all about soccer. I have grandkids playing soccer. I grew up at Clinton Prairie, which never has or still does not have a soccer team. So I literally knew nothing about it, but I'm learning.
We've done some baseball and softball in the past as well. It's tougher when you get to the spring with the weather.
Yeah.
Obviously, football Friday nights are, you could argue, weather there as well, which I understand.
Mm-hmm. Football's one of those things it'll be so hot you can barely stand it at the beginning of the season, and then you're wearing a coat by the end. So
Gophers starting
you
to
never
pull.
know what you're going to get.
Yep, Gophers starting to pull away here in game number 1, 22-15 now.
I really think that's just come on the serving. The Clinton Prairie Gophers have just been serving phenomenal.
Coach Martin started it out, had a few good serves to build an early lead. Rossville came right back. And now Rossville on the attack here. They end that 7-0 run. Now Erdman will check in. Taylor comes back in as well. So Erdman for Erdman, Taylor for Taylor there on that exchange. Mulvaney hammers one home. Another point for the Clinton Prairie Gophers. And that'll send Hannah Castillo back to the service line.
We do have a lot of sister duos today, don't we?
It makes it easier on us broadcasters up here.
Yeah.
At least until they get married, and then the last name changes. But
sometimes they stay their maiden name though forever to me. If you coached them when
right.
Melissa Nance, she's been Melissa Chambers for years and years, but she's still Nance to me and always will be.
There's Cooper on the serve for the Hornets. Erdman tracks it down. Now Taylor plays it across. Nicely done by the Hornets. We go back to Mulvaney.
Oh, nice try. That was a good dig by Addie Cooper.
Erdman jokingly said sub after running for that one.
It may not have been a joke. That's probably how they feel.
Game point now here for game number 1, 24-17. Coach Martin will try to finish things off the way she started.
Nice set by Casey McGill.
And the Gophers will take game number 1, 25-17 over Rossville. Very competitive game number 1. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, game number 2 heads your way right here on the ISC Sports Network.
At Tornado Roofing, we provide a complete range of services defined by quality, innovation, and expertise. We offer free estimates, have financing available, and handle insurance claims. Tornado Roofing is more than a name. It's a family-owned and operated business known for its committed customer service and expectation of going beyond our clients' needs. Our work is backed by a customer satisfaction guarantee to provide you with peace of mind. For more information, visit tornadoroof.com or call 670-6440. At Tornado Roofing, we believe in putting a strong roof over your head. Welcome to the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. From the moment you arrive on the property, you'll notice every detail is finely crafted to provide you with the dream wedding you've always dreamt about. From carriage and trolley rides to breathtaking aerial views via our hot air balloon, the Willow Creek Barn offers unforgettable moments that will last you a lifetime. For more information about our packages and availability, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
Former WNBA star Katie Douglas Poe is now the owner of fitness franchises that help people get healthier and more active. And even though she comes from the world of elite athletics, Katie's favorite customers are the ones pursuing modest goals. We're proud to provide her with that same kind of personal support and individual attention to her finances, which is why, when it comes to her banking, Katie is a farmer. The Farmers Bank. Let's grow.
Welcome back here to Case Arena, game number 2. Game 1 saw the Clinton Prairie Gophers best the Rossville Hornets there 25-17 in what is a best 2 out of 3 match here today.
I don't know what Coach Martin thinks she's doing there. She's over there with consorting with the enemy. What do you think she's doing there?
You know, maybe just like as you said earlier, she can't help but coach. Maybe she's just over there helping them out a little bit.
I know her well enough. I don't think that's help she's given them.
The Frankfurt Hot Dogs will await the winner of this match here today for the championship. regardless, whoever wins this year, they will be the first two-time champion, correct? Because all three of the schools left have won it at least once. Cooper on the serve for Rossville. That one into the net. First point goes to the Gophers. We've seen the Frankfort team come back in. Now they're sitting behind the Gopher bench, kind of eyeing this one, maybe doing a little scouting.
I'm sure they are. Nice hit by Bella White.
That last year, Laura, you and I, we got to see Bella White really come on. I mean, she was one of the players for the Gophers that I thought was one of the most improved.
Absolutely. Without a doubt. You know, if she wouldn't improve that much, she wouldn't be playing college. And,
Yep.
and the fact that she's going on at the next level and playing, it just is a real testament to how much she improved between her junior and senior years. It was remarkable, really.
Yeah, sometimes you see players that have the talent, but they lack what's between the ears, right? The
Uh-huh.
knowledge. And then when it all comes together, it can happen very quickly.
Yes.
Once that understanding catches up with the physical attributes.
She was one of those players that it clicked suddenly. You
Yep.
saw it click. Before, she always had the athletic ability, but her timing was off a lot. And all of a sudden, about 3 games into the season, you just saw it click, and her timing improved, and she just really, really got much, much better on that front row.
There's the serve from Anderson.
That was a good serve.
Again, 2005 grad. The elder statesman for this year's Rossville volleyball team.
I'm sure they love that term.
Hey, I'll tell you, if you can be called an elder statesman and still come out and compete as well as all these girls have today.
At this level, absolutely. I mean, this has been competitive and
for
fun.
sure.
And this is not family reunion volleyball going on here. This is actual volleyball. They're having a good time, but it is very competitive.
Anderson there checks herself out of that one, takes a break. McGill on the set.
Nice job by McGill to stay out of the net on that play.
Yeah, that's always amazing to me how players do that. We watched McGill during warm-ups, and I was like, wow, she's really hitting the ball well. And then she came up, and you said, yep, I had a feeling I would see her do some setting as well.
Yeah. Super athlete from a very athletic family. Her older daughter, or her older sister, played as well. Sydney, and her younger sister, actually, Maddie, played too. Their mom, Lisa, was a coach for years at Rossville. So just from a volleyball family.
There's Tabitha Lane. Her Gophers trailing by 1. Martin with the set goes to White. White put a little extra pepper on that one, and it's still alive here. Wow, I thought it was a dead ball.
I thought it hit the ground too.
Oh, she's saying,
Yeah.
no, I didn't get
Russell's like, yeah, that hit the ground for sure.
it. She's too honest. She said, no, I didn't get it.
I love it. See, they don't even need a ref. They could just call
let them
their,
police
call
themselves.
their own.
Coach Martin checks out. White heads to the service line. Castillo to Mulvaney.
Nice save. No net. Nice job by Taylor.
Another point for the Hornets. And we saw this very similar to game number 1, where it was just back and forth, tied up. One team would take the lead, maybe go on a 2-3 run. It wasn't until late that the Gophers pulled away. They were knotted up at 15, went on a 7-0 run, and then closed the deal. You got to wonder in this situation, does the benefit of the winning team here have the benefit of turning right around and playing, they haven't gone and gotten loose again, are starting to tighten up? Or is it they're a little fatigued going in and the rest is more beneficial? Which would you rather have?
I'd rather play again.
Yeah.
Right away. Especially when you haven't played a bunch, because you will get tight and sore pretty fast.
Yep.
So I would much rather continue to play.
When the hurt sets in, just let it set in, right? You don't want to try to fight through that again. Lane couldn't get that one across. Another point for the Hornets.
It was a good set, though, just taking it to the hit on the second. So
McGill going to check out. One of the Erdmans comes out as well. It's fun to see the teams, too, that, obviously for the Gophers, you kind of assume that Coach Martin is coaching out there today, right, and kind of calling rotations and what they're going to do. On the other side for Rossville, they just all kind of showed up today, and they're just figuring out as they go, right?
They are.
I'll tell you what, you go here, I'll go here.
They're pretty easy going over there.
What do you do well? I do this. And all right, well, here we go.
And you have to think, Wayne Scott, Cooper, and both the Taylors all played together. So at times, 4 of them that are out there all played together and consistently. Those 4 played a lot and played all the way around. So
familiar
they're
with each other on the floor.
Yep.
Nance dinks that one across. Anderson with the quick set. Can't quite sneak it in. Great idea.
It was. And
Right
Nash
area.
really wanted to hit it. She just missed. So
Wayne Scott sends that one across for the Hornets. Here comes Mash.
nice hit.
Swings through the block attempt from Anderson. Point for the Gophers. Beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Indiana. We're approaching fall, but still summer.
Doesn't feel
out
like
there.
it, does it?
That one in. Beautiful swing there.
Both Taylor twins, they could hit out of the middle, but they also could hit from the pin. They were very versatile on the front row and great blockers, too. Haven't seen a ton of blocking today, but both of the Taylor girls were very good blockers.
Tried to take advantage of the overswing there. Martin sends it across. Rossville will reset. We go to Taylor in the middle. Opportunity here from the back row from Mulvaney. Good dig from Taylor.
Nice rally.
Set Nance in the middle. Taylor there again. Wayne Scott couldn't quite get enough on that one.
That was a good rally. That was good volleyball right there. And that didn't look like Alumni volleyball. That just looked like volleyball.
Like volleyball, right. For Taryn Wayne Scott, she works at the Farmers Bank as a commercial banking officer.
I think she just graduated in May. I'm pretty sure, for Taryn.
And we talked about her mom playing collegiately. Her dad was a pretty good baseball player back in the day as well.
Yep, a lot of athletic genetics for her.
Her father, Nick Wayne Scott, was on the Mulberry Mangler team with me. That may ring some bells for a few people.
Her mom and I played volleyball together in high school.
Look at the diving effort there. Lane and Martin both hitting the deck. 12-8. Wayne Scott now at the service line for Rossville.
Martin with a good job getting that out of the net. Nice stick.
Mash hits that one into the net. Taylor was in good position anyway. 12-9.
It was a tough set. Nice hit by Bella White. Just a little off speed. Sometimes it doesn't have to be hard. It just has to be in an opening.
Kylie Mash back to serve. This is where the Gophers did their damage there in game number 1. They rattled off 7 straight points.
Nice block.
And Castillo with a good swing. Rossville does a good job defensively, and they turn that into offense. Well, wait a minute. Gophers keep it alive.
4 hits.
I'm glad you can count. I was saying play on. Let's go. I like the
Keep going.
effort.
Let's go.
I think in alumni games you should get an extra one.
I'm with you on that.
Why not?
Even an extra 2. I mean, whatever it takes.
That one into the net. Point for the Hornets, who refuse to go away here in game number 2.
They just keep chipping away at that lead.
It's always fun at this time of year. You start to hear the squeak of the sneakers on the floor. You smell the popcorn in the gymnasium, and it just tells you, hey, man, season's getting ready to be full throttle.
It is.
You'll be able to catch Laura and I on a lot of broadcasts this upcoming fall for volleyball here on the ISC Sports Network. Excited to see how this new Monon Athletic Conference shakes out after a year.
It will be interesting to see. There's some good volleyball teams in there. So, it's always different for every sport. Maybe this is not as tough for football, but it's more, it is more tough for volleyball, whatever. But there's some good volleyball teams in there.
Absolutely.
So.
I think the competitive balance across this conference is going to feel a lot better here locally in this community for at least the time being.
Mm-hmm. And really not too spread out, not terribly.
Frankfurt's got some new leadership in a bunch of different places. They have a new girls basketball coach, a new boys basketball coach. Albert Hendricks leaving Lebanon, coming back to his alma mater to try to rebuild the Frankfurt legacy here. New athletic director in Jeff Irwin. I got to meet him a week or so ago, and, man, he is a ball of fire. He's got a lot of ideas and comes with a nice proven track record. And he's got the vision of wanting to kind of right the ship here as Frankfurt Athletics has fallen off over the last couple of years.
I mean, they can build off of what volleyball's done because volleyball was very successful last year. And the amount of kids coming to games, their crowd, the excitement that was generated around that volleyball team, you want to see that carry to every single sport.
Well, something else that he's done too, Laura, and I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but all students, middle and high school, they get in absolutely free to any sporting event for the entire year. Not middle school. I'm sorry, just the high school. I thought I read that.
I love that. I love that because it gets kids interested.
Yep.
It increases the hype. It makes this a school event versus just an event for, 10 players on a team. I love that. I wish every school did that. I know they have to make money, but it is a deterrent to some families to be able to attend. So if you have 6 kids, it gets real expensive fast.
Sure.
I mean, we had 6 kids growing up at the same time. And, to go watch a sibling play, by the time you drive there, tickets for everybody. If it's away game, we always got season passes for home. But away games, the gas to drive there, and maybe just one thing at the concession stand, you easily had a $75 night, and if that's 2 or 3 evenings a week, like in volleyball, that
Sure.
adds up quick, and it is an obstacle for some families.
Yeah, I love the idea. I think it's going to be great to help bring awareness back. And, you talk about volleyball, looks like they're headed towards a successful season. other than that, the winning teams that have been here at Frankfort over the last 10 years have been boys soccer and baseball. Those have been the other sports. And so, when you've got a venue like Case Arena, you want to put some teams in here that are competitive. They bring the community out.
Yeah. They had some good wrestling seasons in there too.
Yep. And definitely some good individual performances in some of those sports as well.
A little long for Bella White.
And we've seen, the county schools start to have tremendous success. Rossville won a state championship in softball a couple of years ago. They were, I think, lost in semi-state this year. Had to go up a level because of their
success.
Thank you, success factor.
And
obviously they won volleyball sectional last year. For the Gophers, they had the boys basketball team in the state finals this past year.
The baseball team in the semi-state finals.
Yeah, baseball and semi-state. I mean, just you're starting to see that competitive balance across the county. But a lot of new faces and new places, and even at the county schools, there's been some turnover and some change in some of those key areas.
Yeah, we were talking earlier, like building a program. Coaches have to stay, right?
Yep.
And they have to stay for years and years in a row to build programs. And, people don't realize it takes you making sure that your coaches all the way down through the varsity level are on the same page.
Yep.
I remember when I coached at Clinton Prairie in those years, we were winning state championships. The Prairie junior coaches, so we're talking little first, second, third graders, we were teaching the coaches how we want the students to be taught how to do skills. And that's what it takes to make a program, right? More than just a winning team. You want a winning program, and you want it to continue to be good for years and years and years. That takes dedication from the youngest coach to coaching the youngest kids all the way through the varsity experience.
23-14 here as Clinton Prairie make that 24-14. Are now at match point. Looking like they will face the Frankfort Hot Dogs in a championship match. That one will follow this one. That one not touched and long, and that will be point number 25. So Frankfort victorious. Clinton Prairie victorious. They win 25-17, 25-14, and they take this 2 games to none. Laura, your final thoughts on this one?
Well, I think that Clinton Prairie did very well. They ran out to a big lead at the beginning of that first game, but after that I felt like these teams were really very evenly matched, very entertaining volleyball. I think Rossville probably has the advantage going into that consolation game. One, just because they just got done playing, right? And they're ready to go. But I think they have a little more balanced of a team. But I think the championship game's going to be good. Frankfort probably has the bigger, better hitters, but Prairie has the better defense. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
The 2, what I would call finely well-oiled machines getting ready to battle it out for a Clinton County Alumni Championship. We're going to step aside. That's going to do it for our coverage of this match. When we come back, championship heads your way right here on the ISC Sports Network.
Frankfort Eagles 976, serving with the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. Golf leagues, bingo, concerts, kid parties, cookouts, and more. For more information on who we are and what we do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfort, Indiana.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, insurance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclintoncounty.org.
For the barn wedding of your dreams, you need to experience our country estate, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. Schedule your tour today at thewillowcreekbarn.com. Voted the Knot Best of Weddings for 3 years straight.
At Day and Gannett Funeral Home, we know the importance of family. Being a family-owned funeral home, we pride ourselves in giving the care and love to you and your loved one as if you were part of our own family. With a compassionate staff that takes pride in fulfilling all the details to celebrate the life of your loved one in a unique and special way, you can be sure that your services will be meaningful and memorable. When you suffer loss in your family, let our family take care of your family. Day and Gannett Funeral Home, putting family first.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Running a small business. Your hands are full. We can help. FiberHawk partners with local companies by providing business class internet, phone, TV, and customized bundles to meet your needs. Our fiber-powered system delivers reliable speed with enhanced security. Running a business is tough. Contact FiberHawk today and let our expert team give you a hand.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable! Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable! To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99. Inconceivable!
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Frankfurt Eagles 976 has bingo every Wednesday night. Early birds beginning at 6 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 7 p.m. Packets are $25 and includes every game you need to play. They also have Saturday bingo the first Saturday of every month, with early birds starting at 4 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 5 p.m. Big game payouts each game with 3 to 4 chances to win different jackpot games each day. Great for individuals or groups because everyone enjoys winning lots of money. You must be 18 years or older to play.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
At Tornado Roofing, we provide a complete range of services defined by quality, innovation, and expertise. We offer free estimates, have financing available, and handle insurance claims. Tornado Roofing is more than a name. It's a family-owned and operated business known for its committed customer service and expectation of going beyond our clients' needs. Our work is backed by a customer satisfaction guarantee to provide you with peace of mind. For more information, visit tornadoroof.com or call 670-6440. At Tornado Roofing, we believe in putting a strong roof over your head.
For the barn wedding of your dreams, you need to experience our country estate, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. Schedule your tour today at thewillowcreekbarn.com. Voted the Knot Best of Weddings for 3 years straight.
Rondell Sims is a successful entrepreneur and beloved grandpa, in part because he's responsive and attentive. That also just happens to be what he looks for in a financial partner. And when it comes to his bank, Rondell is a farmer.
Welcome to the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. From the moment you arrive on the property, you'll notice every detail is finely crafted to provide you with the dream wedding you've always dreamt about. From carriage and trolley rides to breathtaking aerial views via our hot air balloon, the Willow Creek Barn offers unforgettable moments that will last you a lifetime. For more information about our packages and availability, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
Former WNBA star Katie Douglas Poe is now the owner of fitness franchises that help people get healthier and more active. And even though she comes from the world of elite athletics, Katie's favorite customers are the ones pursuing modest goals. We're proud to provide her with that same kind of personal support and individual attention to her finances, which is why, when it comes to her banking, Katie is a farmer. The Farmers Bank. Let's grow.
Frankfurt Eagles 976, serving with the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfurt Eagles offers something for everyone. Golf leagues, bingo, concerts, kid parties, cookouts, and more. For more information on who we are and what we do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfurt Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfurt, Indiana.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845. At Day and Gannett Funeral Home, we know the importance of family. Being a family-owned funeral home, we pride ourselves in giving the care and love to you and your loved one as if you were part of our own family. With a compassionate staff that takes pride in fulfilling all the details to celebrate the life of your loved one in a unique and special way, you can be sure that your services will be meaningful and memorable. When you suffer loss in your family, let our family take care of your family. Day and Gannett Funeral Home, putting family first.
Rondell Sims is a successful entrepreneur and beloved grandpa, in part because he's responsive and attentive. That also just happens to be what he looks for in a financial partner. And when it comes to his bank, Rondell